Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel again. Whew, I know it's been a year, right? Yeah, welcome back. Just wanted to check on you guys. How are you guys doing? I have a small little family, YouTube family, that I miss them every once a year, but I'm really sorry for that. I know you guys ask me a lot of questions and stuff, but I'm really sorry that I've not been very interactive with you guys because, to be honest, the questions you ask, मलाई त्यसको बारेमा धेरै थाहा छैन. But I think, see, I answer the questions as much as I can, and I will. That's in my knowledge, right? So anyways, why am I here today, and with what content am I here today? So I'm here today to talk about my struggles, and I just thought that there must be someone somewhere out there like me who must be struggling, who must be a student or wherever, like whatever phase in their life they must be struggling. I just want to convey this message that you're gonna be fine, like you're gonna be just fine. You just need to hold on to it, hang in there, and you're gonna be just fine. Just be very sincere to yourself. Just make sure that you love yourself, but at the same time be very responsible of every actions and things you say, and everything's gonna be fine. I know there are still things that are not fine with me, but I'm fine with that as well. It's gonna be okay, and I know it because of things I've been through in my past. Oh my god, I know like some of you will be commenting, why are you not speaking in Nepali, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I will speak in Nepali, but also I have to consider that few of my subscribers are not Nepali. They would want to know what I'm talking about, and I'm very bad at making subtitles of things that I say, because I know some of you who know my past about me being a musician, you must think that you belong from a creative background. You should know how to put your words into words, as in like how to translate. No, I don't. Like, I know a few things, but I'm not very good at it, so I just thought I would stick to English, but I will speak in Nepali in between. So anyways, where was I? So struggle, right? Let's be honest about it. Honest as in, who does not struggle, right? I think that most of us struggle when we leave our comfort place where we were born, we were raised, with our mom and dad, with our brothers and sisters, with our siblings, and with all the relatives. You are very familiar with the environment, with the people, with their expectations and your expectations. But when you come to this foreign world where, we are from South Asian world, I'm not saying, and then we are brought up different, like especially, I don't know about other Asian people, but in Nepal, you are very close to your parents. Most of us, I'm not going to talk about all of us Nepali, but I'm just going to speak my experience, okay? So I was very close to my mom and dad, my family, my brother. I had friends, but I was more close to my family. I used to say no to the trips, just to like trips with friends, to be with my family during my vacation, and then I didn't hate it. Like, I never hated it. I loved it. I loved like spending time with my mom and dad. And then I used to, those like school days, university days, I stayed at a hostel when I was in my university, and then I used once in a week, when I used to come home, I used to throw everything and then like run to my parents and this happened in my university, they were literally my secret keepers. I used to share with them everything. I don't know how many of you guys had that close relationship with your mom and dad, but I did. And then my brother, he came to New Zealand when he was I don't know what age he was, but when he passed his 12, like normal Nepali people, I think most of us leave Nepal when they finish their +2. But anyways, he had left Nepal, and then, but I was not ready to yet leave my mom and dad after 12, and I thought maybe 4 more years I'll do my bachelor's and see if I would want to stay in Nepal for jobs, like if I find good jobs, and maybe I'll get motivated to stay there. But yeah, I waited for 4 years. I loved my bachelor's life. I made very close few friends, and they are like my family. And yeah, and then so talking about family, so I am very close to my family, and then after 4 years I decided to come to New Zealand for my master's, and decided to come here because my brother's also here, and I thought I would not miss home much because my brother's gonna be here. And then I know you don't know how I was and how I was brought up, but I was, like I already told you, I was very close to my family, and my life was my bubble, my friend circle, my life, my people that I was surrounded with was very small. Now I feel like I was in a very safe, confined space, which I thought was world to me, universe to me, not even world, like universe to me. But when I had to step out of that bubble and then come all the way, not to America, not to Canada, not to Australia, but to New Zealand, literally almost the end of the world, not in, like towards the very bottom of the earth, I came here, and then I think maybe I was in a mental shock. I could not process that, the fact that I left my country, I left my mom and dad, and I came here. And then I saw my brother, right? So I was not very worried, but deep inside I was very, very, very sad. And for a month, I mean, like when I left the airport, like I've never left Nepal. I've never even been out of Nepal, to be honest. For 23 years, all this time I was with my mom and dad, I had rarely been into few out of valley. I was born and raised in Kathmandu, so I had been in only few places out of Kathmandu. So going out of Nepal was out of the question, out of my imagination. I never thought of going out of Nepal. So coming straight to New Zealand was a bit of a shock to myself. I was expecting a lot. You see a lot of movies, you think, oh my god, this is gonna be fancy, this is gonna be this, it might be like this, I'm gonna enjoy life, I'm gonna earn so much, because you convert dollar into Nepalese rupees and you think that you will be earning so much. So that was the reality I had in my mind when I left Nepal and I came here. And then my brother was there to support me the entire time, but the imagination of the reality that I thought was not true. For a month I was fine, but deep inside I was very sad leaving my mom and dad, like my safe space, my friends, like my family. And I was like, maybe this is the right choice, maybe I've made the right decision, or maybe not. And I was just trying my best to be happy, to be enjoying, trying to find positive out of every small things. But coming to different foreign land and then expecting things, as in, like, because you come from a different cultural background, you have different belief, you have different values, and the people from other part of the world have different values. They think differently, they operate differently, and the values are different. And then trying to adjust with what I have been, like what I grew up with, to this new sudden change was very hard for me. I am still very quiet and reserved. I don't speak much in public or in, like people only. I only talk freely with people that I know and stuff. So there were my ups and downs when I was a student. I been through a lot. I don't really want to disclose what I've been through, but it was very haunting. Not haunting, that wouldn't be the right word, but it was very disheartening that time. It was very, not just overwhelming, but very hurtful to go through that process. And then, but also I would say to people who leave Nepal and to pursue something in foreign land, don't have that expectation. You know, from the movies that you see, life is completely different. It's not a movie. Life's not a movie unless, I don't know unless what, but it's not like a movie completely. Like, everybody has different experience, but for me it was not like a movie at all. It was something else. It was a learning curve. It was a learning process, of course, because I was dependent with my mom and dad for 23 years, and I left that country to be independent, whereas I didn't know the meaning of independent. Trying to sort out, I know it's like there must be people who in Nepal who've seen worst, because I was privileged. I would say I am a privileged child, because I got so pampered, like so loved from my mom and dad, that I never had to really think about money or anything, you know. But also I think I know my roots, where I come from, and then I never took my mom and dad's struggle for granted. Like, I did see what they went through to meet the ends. So when I came to New Zealand, I tried my best to help and support them and stuff, but with the while the process of making sure that I pay my student loan and stuff, I've been through a lot. You know, I know how important it is, because your mom and dad takes out loan to send you to fulfill your future, like to fulfill your dreams, and it's your responsibility. That's what I think. It's your responsibility to do, at least make sure that you pay off the debt, so that they can live happily or peaceful without any worry. So that was my life goal when I first came to New Zealand. Okay, first I need to pay my student loan, and I have to be responsible, blah blah blah. And then I started working, and things that you go through, things that you learn, it was, sometimes I was very happy looking at my pay slips, looking at the savings that I made, but at the same time there were times where it was very hard for me to meet ends for myself, you know, to pay my bills. I had to think twice before I buy something to eat, you know. I had to think not just even twice, but 1,000 times to spend money on something that I wanted to buy, because converting dollars into Nepali rupees is not helpful when you are actually here in the foreign country. So no matter how much you earn, the expense is going to be in dollars, not in Nepalese rupees. So it's no use. You know, if you see $1 is 100 rupees in Nepal, $1, you can get almost nothing with $1 here. So it's completely beyond what you think it is. So yeah, I mean, going through that was a difficult time. Going through that difficult time was harsh on me, but the good thing is, I never gave up. I always saw the brighter side. No matter how horrible things happened to me, I was broken, but I made sure that I was not, distracted from what I am to achieve. I had certain goals, short-term goals, long-term goals, and no matter what happened, I made sure that I pulled myself up, and I told, look, Shweta, this is gonna happen, right? It's life. Just imagine what your mom and dad went through to meet your end. So you are just trying to meet your own end. So this is nothing. People go through worst. You know, you can do it. I always had faith in myself, and I believed myself that I can do it, and I think that's what kept me going. And I would want to share the same with you all, that just believe in yourself and things will happen eventually. Just don't lose hope, don't lose faith in yourself, and you're gonna get there. I'm not there yet, but wherever I am right now, I'm at peace. I can close my eyes at night and go to sleep without worrying what I'm gonna eat tomorrow, or how am I gonna pay my rent tomorrow. You know, I mean, like, I'm not going to say I'm earning enough, but I'm earning enough to meet my needs and my ends, you know. I can at least buy, like, if I had to think 1,000 times, I just need to think once or twice to buy something, you know, if I can or if I cannot. But still, I make wise decisions based on my pocket. If I mean, like, you know what I mean, right? So you just need to work hard, believe in yourself, and have a goal, and anything is possible. Anything is possible. If I can do it, then you can do it. So people, even if you want to stay in Nepal and you have dreams, not just for people who wants to come in New Zealand or America or wherever, like, you can fulfill your dream wherever you are, from wherever you are, and nothing is impossible. You just need to put your mind and heart to something that you really, really want, and you just need to work towards it, and that's it. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Like, rather than sharing how you can come to New Zealand stuff, I just thought, why not I share my struggle, how I dealt with it. Maybe that would motivate you guys as well. Thank you. And if there is any other things that you want to hear from me, please comment down below, share the video, like my video, and subscribe to my video. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time. Maybe soon, or maybe next year.